Hi, we are Jim and Chris, otherwise known as Geeks on Tour. It's our business to provide computer education for travelers. We invite you to visit our website at geeksontour.com. You can sign up for our free newsletter here, and you can watch videos and read lots of other information. Jim and I have been in the computer support business since the early 80s. We specialize in computer educations for travelers now because we are travelers. This is our home and we travel all over the country. We use our computers everywhere we go, so we have a unique perspective on learning computers for travelers. We take thousands of pictures.
And whatever comes our way, yeah, darling, go make it happen. Take the world in a loving embrace. Fire all of your guns at once and explode into space. I like smoking lightning.
We use Picasa, a free program downloadable from Google's website to manage all our photos, and we think it's just great. So that's what we teach you, and you can learn from our videos. We start with the basic. This lesson is about the individual photo view in Picasa, and just navigating around and using the different tools. When you first open Picasa, you're in what's known as the library view, and that was the previous lesson. That's where you can scroll through and see all your pictures. If you double-click on one picture, now we are in the single picture view, and notice that on the left there's no more folders. This is now the tools, and there's all sorts of them, that will affect this one particular picture. You can still navigate to the next and the previous pictures in this full screen view with these arrows. So that's the next picture and the next picture, or previous picture and previous picture. And the play button will play a slideshow of just the pictures in that folder. Picasa is probably our most popular topic. Thousands of people have learned from our seminars and our videos. On our DVDs, Picasa is considered one of our travelers' collections. So this is the menu for the DVD. I click on Picasa 3, and you see all the videos here along the left-hand side. Those are all the videos on our Picasa DVD and also on our website. So let's give you just one more taste before we move on. Let's see how we add text. To add text, you simply click on the text tool, and it's kind of faint, but it says type anywhere to add text. I don't even have to click. I can just type. So I'm going to type the word azaleas. Now, that's pretty little. A couple different ways to change the size. You can change it over here by selecting a particular font size. Notice how it's growing over on the right window. Enough about Picasa. Let me tell you a little bit about blogs. If you go to geeksontour.com, you will see a link to the Geeks personal blog. Blog is just a simple little website. It stands for weblog. It's a place on the web where, for free, you can have a website, write your stories and post your pictures. Our friends and family know more about our life now than they did when we lived around the corner. So here's pictures and stories of our trip to Erie Islands. And you see, I have been keeping this blog since 2003, April 2003. You can read the whole story here if you want. We think every traveler should have a blog, so that is another of the topics on our Travelers Collection. And it is using a program, a free program from Google called Blogger. These same videos are all available on our website. You must be a member in order to see them all. So let's look at one of the blogger videos.
And now you're at what's called the dashboard. But for entering a new post, all you need to do is make sure you're selected the right blog. You could have multiple blogs. We only have one here so far. And you just click on New Post. You want to enter a title, and this one is about breakfast. Click down in the main portion of the blog entry. Oh boy, it's breakfast time. I can certainly type more, but so I don't waste your time in these tutorials, that's all I'm going to type. And you click Publish. And you can look at your blog in a new window. And I want to point out a couple of things here. We now have 2 posts. The first post is on the bottom. The most recent post is on the top. They have the date. Since I just created these in one day here, you only know which one is more recent by the time, but the most recent one will always be on the top. It has automatically created these archives with links to the titles of your previous posts. It does that for you automatically. You just don't need to know anything about creating a website in order to make a blog, and it's totally free.
The other topics we teach in our Travelers Collection include Photo Story, a free program from Microsoft that just allows you to very easily make awesome-looking slideshows, complete with music and narration, and Google Earth and Google Maps, something every traveler needs to experience. So these are the fun things that we think every traveler should know how to do with their computer. But we also know that, shall we say, travelers are mature adults, and they didn't have computers in school. So we know that some of the basics need to be taught as well. We call that computer boot camp, and we start with some very basics.
Now, let's say I like playing this game. I don't want to lose it, but the boss is coming, and I don't want him to see me playing a game. That's what minimize. Minimize is just say, I'm not done with this yet, but just get it out of my way. Minimize is this little minus, and when I click it, where has it gone? It's gone down here to the taskbar. Now, I have a few other things going on my computer already. I always have. I'm a wonderful multitasker. But here's where Solitaire went. If I want to get Solitaire back, I just click on that button in the taskbar. Minimize, bring it back. Then, how about multiple windows? I said the purpose for Windows was to be able to work on more than one thing at a time. So I'm going to leave Solitaire out here, and I'm going to start to write a letter. I use a program on the accessories group called WordPad to do that. And notice it comes up full screen. Where did my Solitaire go? Well, there it is. It's still there. I just clicked on it in the taskbar. But only one program can be on top. So if I click on WordPad, it comes to the top. Solitaire is just back down here on. Last but not least, I want to show you one more sample. It's from our boot camp collection, and it's connecting to the internet. This is what we've actually taught the most on over the years to RVers, is how to connect to the internet on the road. And there is a relatively new way now, which is tethering your cell phone, and I want to show you just a taste of the video on that. Hi, this is Chris Guld with Geeks on Tour, and I want to tell you about what I think is just an awesome way to connect to the internet using your cell phone. We call it a tethered cell phone because it will be tethered to your computer with a cable. This has only been available since late 2007. It's a relatively new way to connect to the internet. You've always been able to connect your cell phone just as a modem to your computer, but that's for dial-up slow speeds. What I'm talking about is broadband, high speed, and you don't have to buy any extra equipment or contract. It looks like this. So there's the cell phone. That happens to be an LG NV, and we are using the Verizon service. Then you see the cable that's attached to the cell phone right where your power cable would normally. As travelers, we love to get away, but we also want to stay connected. Computers allow us to do that today. Spend some time learning your computer, and you'll have a lot more fun with it.